Indiana point guards real quick.
Yes.
Caitlin Clark versus Tyrese Halliburton. Give me Caitlin Clark as the best point guard in Indiana by a mile.
Well,
one of them's an actual superstar. One of them's a fake superstar.
stop. First of all, I love Hallie, but
That makes one of us.
in all seriousness, though, they play very similar styles. Like
They do.
just watching the Fever last year, I was like getting Pacers vibes, right? Because
And he's there he's there courtside so often for those games.
yeah, and they're really good friends. But I mean, Hallie, like he does remind me a lot of Caitlin. I love the chat. Hallie defender. Yes, that's me. No, but like, he can get hot from three, obviously. He pushes the pace. He's obviously a great facilitator, as is Caitlin. Very similar vibes. I mean, I think the difference is, and again, it's hard to make direct comparisons because as you mentioned, only 12 W teams, now going to be 13 as opposed to 30, for the NBA. But like Caitlin was a legitimate MVP candidate last year, but I mean, you're talking about the two players that led their respective leagues in assists and run high powered offenses. So, I mean, I just think it's actually quite cool. This was obviously not necessarily planned. It's kind of poetic the way it landed, where the Fever landed the number one pick, and it happens to be Caitlin Clark on the heels of an emerging star in Tyrese Halliburton, who also happens to be just a fast-paced point guard and shooter.
I just want to touch on something real quick.
I mean, you're talking about the two players that led their respective leagues in direct comparisons, because as you mentioned, only 12 W teams, now going to be 13 as opposed to 30, for the NBA. But like Caitlin was a legitimate MVP candidate.
She was a what?
Last year, but I mean, NBA, but like Caitlin was a legitimate MVP candidate last year, but I mean,
legitimate MVP candidate. 100%. I love that right there. Shout out to Tyrese Halliburton. He is at a lot of the Indiana Fever games, which is pretty cool. I know him and his wife or girlfriend, whatever they are, love Caitlin Clark, and Caitlin Clark loves them. I just saw Caitlin Clark sitting courtside with DeWanna Bonner, Leah Boston, Lexi Hall, and Tyrese's girlfriend at the Indiana Pacers game. I think that was for like the women's. It was for some event they had going on. But yeah, it is kind of crazy that 2 point guards. Obviously, Caitlin Clark is more of a superstar, and Tyrese actually said it. I forgot what podcast or quote it was on, but he had said something along the lines like, when me and Caitlin Clark are hanging out and we're out somewhere, people are like, hey, can you hold the phone? Can you take a picture of me with Caitlin? And they completely don't even know who Holly is, they said, which is crazy. So as far as player to comparison, Clark is like the best point guard in the league, and Holly is like not the best point guard in the league. He's very good. But comparing it that way, yeah, he's not the best point guard in the league, but he's very good. He did lead the league in assist, and so did Caitlin Clark, which is crazy to both have them in Indiana playing at the same arena, which is crazy. And both, now Caitlin Clark probably sells out more than Indiana Pacers, to be honest. But Indiana has a strong fan base. Strong fan base, man. They love Hallie. They love Caitlin Clark. And it's actually pretty cool. I didn't even think about that. 2 great point guards right now. Pacers play pretty good too. Pacers are actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, back to the question is, point guard to point guard. Obviously, Caitlin Clark by far. I would actually like to see that one-on-one. I think Caitlin Clark could give Hallie a little run for his money. Not gonna lie. So I'm gonna keep this one real short and quick. I just wanted to show you guys this real quick, and here another. This is actually a WNBA analyst right here. I forgot what podcast or where she's from. I've seen her multiple times, but she does cover the WNBA. Not really cover the WNBA, but she's more involved behind the scenes and stuff like that with the WNBA. And for her to say Caitlin Clark is was a legitimate MVP candidate is pretty cool. So catch you guys on the next one. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. I'm out.